In front of me is a box of 9 IEMs that I like. They come at various price points and have various technical qualities. So the thing is that in audiophile community, everyone is saying that their IEMs are the best, but you know, who do we actually believe, right? Who do we like? Why is there so many IEMs in the market, right? Just out of personal interest, carried out this very simple experiment where I got 15 people, of course these people I know, and they just kindly spend like an hour to 2 hours to try out all these IEMs to then give me some feedback and ranking. But before I go in depth into all my experiment procedures, scoring, and the results itself, let's take a look at a few of their, I would say, as choices and the rationale to them.
Is my number 1. Number 4, 5, 6. Number 7 is my number 2. Number 5 is my number 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like number 4, it's the smoothest, like sounding out of all, and I feel like it's generally the most balanced, but also can tell the level in the clarity lah. Can hear it's very clear.
Okay.
Then second one is very good on the bass. The bass was super strong. But in terms of like it's also very smooth. But this one is really the bass very intense. But I prefer a more like smooth sounding one, so I went for this one. Then for this one, generally I feel that it's number 5. It's quite I cannot really remember what was the defining factor, but this one was also was clearer than the rest, and then I feel that it was like it felt better than this one. Better version of 2, mix of 4 and 2. Yeah, that's about it lah.
Okay, which is your 1, 2, 3?
Okay, so this one for my topic, for
Number
its more of like the clarity and a bit of high, and it feels more comfortable when wearing.
Okay.
So this one, number 2, because it's more bassy and more like all-rounder.
Okay.
Yeah, so for this one, it sounds a bit more perfect. It's actually more efficient, but I picked number 3 because I don't think I would enjoy it more than any of these 2 lah.
Should I start with first place?
Sure, first place.
Okay, first place was this one, cause I mean it made the strongest impact, I guess.
Okay.
The sound was very clear and like the bass was good. Yeah. Then the second one is this one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was also not bad, but not as strong as the first one. No.
Okay.
Then the third one, it just happened to be better than the rest. It was 4th at first.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all, is it? Okay, Ken.
So this will be my first choice.
Okay.
The reason is because it's all-rounder. I can hear all tones. The music is vibrant, it's fun, it's suitable for the orchestra music. And I mean, I can basically hear everything.
Okay.
The second one will be this. Now this is, I would say, a bell curve fit. It will fit the top of the bell curve, the middle of the bell curve, but the most extremely ends of the sound, right? They are not well produced. You can't really hear them that well.
Okay, the last one.
The last one will be this. Well, it has a deep bass. It's very good for basic sounds, but then that's about that, I guess. We can hear some of the depths, but some of the background sound is amplified as well, but that's about that, I guess.
Okay, Ken.
Yes.
So you can hear and see that the rationales are quite different and the choices are quite interesting. So let's look at the IEMs I have here and the price point they are at, and then we'll talk a little bit on the score after that, or should I say how I carry out this and the score. Okay, the IEMs first, this is the Simgot EM10. This is the Pilgrim Noir from Elysian Audio. And then this is the Audio Aehta. This is the U12T from 64 Audio. This is the U4S from 64 Audio. This is the Fir Radon 6. This is the Nobel Onyx. This is the Moondrop Variation. And the final one, this is the 7Hz 02. As you can see, the price range do vary quite a little. Most affordable one is this here, 7Hz. This is about 30 Sing dollars, or should know about 20 something USD. While the most expensive here will be the Radon 6 and the Nobel Onyx. Both of them go about 3,000 plus USD, or about 4,500 to 5,000 Sing dollars. And you can see that there are IEMs all over the place in terms of price range. There is of course the 400, 500 USD ones. Same here for 500 USDs. Then there are the 1,000 USDs one, 2,000 USD one. This is about 1,100 USDs. So there is a good price range and a bunch of IEMs. Now, the reason of me doing the experiment is just to see, is there some sort of a common preference? Now, all these IEMs are IEMs I like. That's why I purchased them, right? I like them, so I buy them. But, I want to see how the common people react to it and how my friends, some of them audiophiles or not, to try it out, just to give me a good understanding on which is actually good, if there is such a thing. So, I really want to see whether is there an IEM that can actually outperform the rest. So, how I did this experiment was to tell them, you will try out all these 9 IEMs, choose the top 3, give me rank 1, 2, 3, and to keep things consistent, they will always use my Shanling M9 Plus here, and they will use the Apple Play using lossless streaming to make sure that the quality of the track, the device, amplification is all covered. And if you notice here, in fact, I purposely changed some of the IEM cables, like the one from 7Hz, and then, make sure that all of them look kind of good. They all kind of look decent. The only thing I cannot account for is the difference in cables and the difference in tips. And that's because it's a bit tricky. I can buy like 9 different tips. And also the IEM shape and size do affect which tip they can be used with. So it's quite limited in those aspects. But other than that, I let them play the songs they like, try out whatever they want, and then give me the top 3. So how I score them is also, after they give me the top 3, the first place, second place, and third place will be given points, while everything else has no points, just for simplicity's sake. And the first place, I gave it 4 points, second place, I gave it 3 points, and third place, I gave it 2 points. So this will allow us to, at least give some scoring criteria to the various IEMs. Now you'll be wondering, why do I give first place 4 points and the third place 2 points? It's because I didn't want to do 1, 2, 3. That will mean that the first place is 3 times more weightage than the last place, which I don't really think so. I'm thinking at that point in time whether is it 5, 4, 3 or is it 4, 3, 2, but in the end I just settled with 4, 3, 2 just for easiness. But that being said, I broke down the results and they are quite interesting. Now take a look at the graph on the screen now. Now how to read this chart is really simple. Every color is technically one person's choice. So the highest is Aehta at 10% choice, and the lowest is the EM10 at 3% choice. And then there are the various score based on how tall the graph is. These are stacked graphs, so it gives you the score. You can see the highest scorer is the Aehta. The Aehta, you can see it down here, this is by R Audio, costs about 1,600 Sing dollars, about 1,100 USD. Now this IEM scored a good 28 points with 10 selections out of 15 participants choosing it as their top 3s. Very good score, right? The second place is actually this one here. This is the U12T, and this was selected 8 times with a total score of 24 points, lacking 4 points behind the Aehta after 15 tries. Now, the third place was the 7Hz. The 7Hz, well, it scored, I believe, 19 points, and it is a very good showing. And the shocking part of this 7Hz was that this was a dark horse, because in the 10 participant point, this was like in 5th place or 6th place. Then it chased up in the last 5 participants. So you really cannot predict unless you take a very big sample set. Then followed by the 2 most expensive one, the Radon 6 and the Onyx. And then you have the Variation, the Pilgrim, Noir, and followed by the EM10. This is the result I get. I wouldn't say that the Aehta is the best IEM, but at least I would say that, based on the 15 participants I've tried out so far, a lot of them do feel like the Aehta is generally good enough. like really good enough. And it ranks within their top 3. You must remember that when people try 9 IEMs, even though I like all of them, when they try it, some of them do think that certain IEMs just purely sucks. Certain IEM just is too peaky. Certain IEM are just too bassy. And you know, the comments go everywhere. Some of them love balance, some of them love bassy, some of them love treble, some of them want clarity. And sometimes they can comment like, you know, like the Nobel Onyx is the muddiest thing they ever heard. And then another guy say this is the clearest thing they ever heard. It really depends a lot on the tracks they use, how they wear it, and everything else. I mean, I do tell them that, you know, if you don't get a good ceiling, means there is no bass, it is not good. Or if you feel like there's something wrong with the sound, do press it in to make sure that, you know, it can be corrected, and that may be just a fitting issue. But beyond fitting issue, I'll say as the outcome goes everywhere and anywhere. Very interesting. Now, I'm still in midway of this experiment. I intend to do at least about 30 participants. With 30 participants, I want to see whether the Aehta still maintains the first place. Because I will have to say the truth, at one point in time, the U12D was first, followed by the Aehta. It was leading by like 2 points. And then now the Aehta leads the U12D by 4 points. Quite an interesting test, if you ask me. And at one point in time, the U4S was at 3rd place, but now it fell to 6th place. Very interesting outcome too. All I can say is that, no, the choices of IEMs, there is no one IEM that was never chosen before. Minimum also, if you see in this graph again, they were chosen 3 times. By the way, how to see the graph is every color is one choice. So, you know, you can almost say that there is no IEM that nobody will want. That is the reason why audio is such an interesting hobby. Somebody will like it. And in this experiment, it just kind of showed that somebody will like it, and that somebody is not like 1 out of 15, it's like 3 out of 15. Still a pretty good, if you think about it, any IEM you make got a chance of having a good 20% of the market liking it. It's quite good. Now, obviously, my experiment is not representative of the market. I want to do more with 30, 40 people. I have tried on people of all walks of life. This is the results I get. Female, male, I don't think it really matters. But I'll carry this on and update you guys again in the future. I hope you enjoy this thing. It's a quite interesting one. I just want to end out one more thing is that all of these IEMs have been measured by me. They are in the website. Take a look at the link up in the screen or in the description below. Do like and leave your comment below on what you want me to try out, what kind of experiment I want to do. Because I think that doing all these experiments are the ones that really, I guess, give a bit of information to what is really good, what is really weird, and what is truly niche. That's why for today. I hope you enjoy my interesting experiment video. I will share with you guys more details in the future, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.